Welcome back! Hello, everybody! Sorry for the late start. I had to work late tonight at my other job. And so, here we are. But I don't have to go in early again tomorrow. So, and I don't have anything to do in the morning for the first time in like 2 weeks. So we should be able to hang out and have a good long stream for quite a while. It's seeming like it's going to be kind of end of an era, though. Because I believe that I will be starting a new job soon. And that job will have me having to wake up early. But, even though I will have to be waking up earlier for the new job, we're still going to keep streaming. I'm just... Basically, the plan is to just shift the schedule forward a couple of hours. Like, so instead of starting at 11, I'm planning on starting at like 9. And I think that should be all we have to do. And that way I don't isolate any of you guys, and I mean, maybe a few of you won't be able to make it, and I hate that, and I'm so sorry, but the times they are a-changin'. Don't shift me a couple of hours. I'll shift you a couple of hours. Ferrum, how's it going? Are you ready to summon the old gods? We're inside the Hawkins mansion. The scene of the fire revealed its secrets, even. Pierce Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley into the tunnel under the mansion. But yeah, I'm hoping that by shifting it forward a couple hours, I don't really alienate any of you guys and prevent you from being able to watch any streams. But at the very least, my streams are always up on YouTube, and there's always that way to hang out.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
It's just like a detective novel.
That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of 3 seats.
That means 3 guys. Detective vision! Okay. This is just absurdly loud. If I've said it once, I'll say it again. I prefer Yog-Sothoth to Cthulhu. E? Yes, E. I'm doing good, Dark. How are you doing?
Place? Who were the others?
Charles Hawkins was a Cthulhu? He was a Cthulhuler? A Cthulhuler? A cattle bug. I don't know where I've gone.
What is this mask supposed to represent?
I'm doing good.
Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest?
I'm excited to hang out. But how can you be there and over there? Well, this is crazy. I'm not cutting the stream short tonight. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. There's something that my detective vision is missing. I don't know what it is, though. Is it his ace? No, it's not his ace. Is it your ace? No, it's not Joris. Ferrum? It's true. I ran off and became an honest woman. An honest streamer. What the fuck am I missing? Ah! Give me a hint. Open the chest. Do it, you pansy! Oh, fair. I had to deal with some bullshit myself. So, I've heard horror stories of the dude who works in the receiving area, like, of the next store over. Like, truck drivers come in all the time just like, that guy was such a dick. Like, I had to fucking fight and argue with him for so long. Oh, I found it.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress.
Oh, shit!
Is Sarah Hawkins here?
She saw you worshiping your Thulers. But so all the time truck drivers coming in talking about like how shitty and awful the dude is.
This padlock is too complicated.
Shit. Well, today there was a truck driver who she came.
A disfigured saint.
And
what does it mean? A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
All right, hold on. I'm still upset about it. We're full focus right now. So she was like, "Hey, can you guys unload the truck?" Thing is, my store was the second stop on the list. So the way it works when it's like that is like they load the truck, and whoever is the second stop, all their stuff's in like the ass end of the truck, and the first stop is in the like right by the doors. That way the first stop can unload their shit and it's not a problem. Well, the dude at the other store refused to receive in that truckload, and there's also like seals and shit that are on the truck, and like you have to like break the appropriate seal, and the seal numbers need to match up or everybody gets in trouble, and it's crazy shit. And he refused to receive it in. And basically got to the point where one of the managers was like, "Look, just receive in the truck and take all of their store's stuff off, unload the stuff for our store, and then load theirs back on." And so I spent like an hour and a half doing that. And like some of the pallets like broke apart, and so I had to like rebuild up the pallets and rewrap them and shit. All the while there was another truck waiting for me to finish doing this so I could unload them. And when I finally got to the other truck, I unloaded him real fast, but I noticed his next stop, that truck driver's next stop was that other store, and I was like, good fucking luck, man. I don't think he's gonna take your shit. And I'm fucking exhausted dealing with all that bullshit. And not the first time that we've had to do that. Because he just like won't do his job.
There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine.
Congratulations! Wait, no, hold on. How did it go before I say congratulations? But I'm so excited! A little. Come on, Ferrum. Ain't no cop-outs in this game, man. What happened? What did you do? Tell me what happened. Also, Officer Bradley, you're my kind of man. Just immediately like, nope. Fuck that. I don't care about this mystery enough to try to squeeze through any cave holes. Because I agree with Officer Bradley. Oh, there's a mystery afoot. Oh, but I have to squeeze through dank, dark cave holes? Well, we're not figuring this one out. It's lost to the ages.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
What? Why? It's made out of sticks.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
I like to think I'm adventurous, but I'm kind of adventurous until it gets dark and scary.
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
And then I'm not adventurous anymore. As soon as it gets dark and scary, my body kind of just immediately goes, nope, not interested. Nope, you guys can go and tell me how it was when you get back, if you get back. Hold E to jump. Still locked, huh?
Time has weakened these structures.
Good note. Just give me my Cthulhu monsters. That's what we're all here for. What do you mean? We have all the time in the world. Oh.
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
I wonder if I had better medicine, if he would know what kind of... Oh no! Is it Cthulhu jizz? Oh, it's so sticky. Get away! That's why all the fires and shit in this island burn green. They're burning Cthulhu juice. They're milking the old god.
What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
Mystery.
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I'll meet you at the bottom.
Oh wait, hold on. Where's the a little part come into play? Because that sounds like you fully found your balls. Who cares? Uh-oh.
A mass grave. A table for sacrifice?
Oh no, cutscene! Haven't I seen this picture before? Where did I see this picture? Oh no! Is this the beginning of the game? Oh, it's pretty fucking close if it's not.
I gotta...
I'm pretty sure this is where the game started. That would explain why he's... Oh, I have to flee as fast as I can?
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Stop panicking, man. Look at my sanity going straight down. I'd like to see the graph.
Is it my turn?
Yes. It is time. You will soon be
one of us.
If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough.
I don't think he's ready.
Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
It's a little different.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
Found this dagger in the tunnels under the Hawkins Manor. His owner left it behind when he went into the other. Oh, he's not ready at all! He left his dagger! I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. Hope you cats is happy. Oh, I have 8 points available. What is the worst? Everything is 6. I mean, I am a private investigator. It seems like... Validate. I am Detective Edward Pearce. Time to
I
learn
can't
some
read Latin.
occultism. What do you mean you can't read Latin? Fucking useless. Interesting. Yo, how about we get the fuck out of here? Nope, we got exploring to do, whatever. Oh look, a ceremonial pic. Oh, whoops. A lot of talk about you touching your balls tonight, there.
You who sleeps, accept this agreement until you are immortal.
Ya Cthulhu Nitziha Fitag.
Grant him your flesh.
I
I feel him. Shh. You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him.
I need to get the fuck out of here before Cthulhu answers the call.
Oh, you who sleep. We pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth. Bring me more of the sacred flesh.
Talk about your sanity meter going down. That's the way to get it to go down in a hurry.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
Those masks are fucking awesome. They're laid out on a frozen stone. One would say that they're dead, but their bodies do not decompose. Are they in some sort of coma? A coma? Are they in a coma? Oh, Ferrum, you big old softy. One thing's sure. These men are subjected to a type of treatment that changed their physical characteristics. I'm not sure we can still call them men. Okay. They're more like boys now, honestly.
Ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
I about walked right the fuck into that. I love those Cthulhu masks. Man, I stopped right before this game got good.
What are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Bradley, you're gonna get fucked!
Don't move! Police! Don't move!
Oh, he has the third eye.
I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Get back! You asked for it!
Yeah, oh, no, he's got 4.
Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
Charles, no! Ah!
It's caving in. I need to get out of here.
Charles got superpowers. He got super Cthulhu powers. Oh shit, dog. This is so drastically different from the first couple hours of the game. In such a good way. I'm glad that, like, there was payoff to that build-up.
My leg!
Dark likes to be a silent watcher sometimes, and that's okay. To each their own. I mean, if song's what you got, song's what you go with, man. I was never much of a songwriter, but it's not to say I didn't write my fair share of poetry back in the day. Now, whether or not that was a good move, I
Light.
can't say. But
At last.
I did it. I did it and am married. So Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting place of the cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by a Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape from him, Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute. He's in critical state. Well, Dark, how would you feel if somebody had wrote a song for you out of love? Well, I mean, I think that's the thing too, though. Ferrum is like, if you're doing something out of love, it's kind of hard to do it wrong. Is sort of the easy answer there, I think. Even if it ends up with her going like, "Oh, that was really bad and corny," like, there's still gonna be that part that's like, "But it was sweet." Help! I'm in critical condition! What is that sticking out of me? And why are you wearing Matrix glasses, Doctor? And inside, no less.
He will survive. Strong subject.
I don't know if I was taken to the right hospital.
He's opening his eyes.
Saved him, Fuller. I can't get up. Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
But you're not.
Undo these straps.
But you're dead.
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too. We were dead. What are you doing?
Sorry, my friend.
What? No.
Not again! Somebody's having a very fun time pretending to be a motorcycle.
What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us. No, I can't leave here.
You've got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No, no!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I want to commit to that. Yeah, whatever. I guess I'm gonna commit to this. Oh man, the wait prompt in an asylum, though. That is indefinite. Oh no, I'm having Cthulhu dreams.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They swooped
Leviathan, eh?
in the wake of my lonely
Is it bright green?
Strong enough to scatter my dreams.
This is crazy town. Population me, bro.
When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it.
Ferrum, do you know what other games this game company has made?
But the earth will resound to your
Because I'll give you the answer. Sticks. They did the 2 Sticks games. So far, this is a market improvement from the first Sticks game. That I could only stand for 30 minutes.
Wake up. Come on, stand up. We
Marie?
don't have much time.
Marie! Friend or foe?
Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain.
Well, this is the new one
I'm
that
not really supposed to
just
be here.
came out.
And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes.
Oh, you don't
Let
know
me
me
go
very
ahead.
well.
We'll meet upstairs.
I'm very obtrusive.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
They show them
I would
Cthulhu.
really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that.
It's the only time
You
and
must not
place.
stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs.
It does, however,
It's the
look like
only
it
way
was
to
made for the
floor above.
Xbox 360,
I
but
shall
that's
try to
okay. We
distract
can get
them
over that.
and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Or can we? Hurricane lamp.
What does this mean?
The paintings are cursed.
What did he write about the painting?
That they're cursed?
Why the strange symbol repeated over and over?
Because
What
it's
did they
cursed?
inject him with? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Sarah.
Am I in an asylum?
Yes.
Sarah.
In the padded cell. No, he doesn't even have a real bed. That guy just has a mattress on the floor.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
It's Sloppy Joe Tuesday. We can't leave now.
Poor wretch.
Oh, is that the guy pretending to be on a motorcycle?
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
It's okay, Faye. I'm only fools fall in love.
These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them.
A woman doctor? That's crazy!
Do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
How many women doctor were there in 1924?
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
I know. Do it again, I'll report you. All right.
Oh, she's so hot. I had to let her come in, bro.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there are sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Good God. What could this machine be used for? What is going on here?
Cthulhuisms. According to his record, the patient seems to be suffering from psychosis. Gouged his own eyes out. Shit was crazy.
It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little... Have I activated anything? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs?
Oh God, we got secret limbs?
This machine seems to consume it. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit? I can still increase the load. Worse and worse.
Curiouser and curious.
This is madness. Are they seriously thinking of transmitting the properties of this meat by electric current?
Wait, what? Are they trying to breed Cthulhu monsters?
I can still increase the load.
How? I don't know how.
I can still increase the load.
Tell me more! Oh wait, let me look at that meat.
What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
Oh, it's magic. I know what I'm doing now. I'm doing a spooky game thing.
Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here.
Was interned at Riverside for fits of insanity a while before her death. Oh no!
Dementia?
Documented
Self-inflicted
to the fact
wounds?
that Irene Sanders, wife of Francis Sanders, had her husband intended after he showed grave signs of manhood.
Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising. Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
Crazy. It's almost as if they worshipped him. I didn't see what the button was for look forward without moving forward.
It's done. Now for the others.
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not stop. If I do not sleep, I do not see him.
Locked. Exactly what I need.
Well, exactly what I need is those keys.
Control wheel to mount on a plumbing system. It's locked.
Oh yeah, she told me to do this as unobtrusively as possible.
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building.
Not to toot my own horn,
Perfect.
but I'm being pretty goddamn unobtrusive so far.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
I've been hiding inside the high voltage cabinets? What is this? Do I not handle tight spaces well? Claustrophobic, huh? This is a thing I have just learned. Ugh.
Now for the next step.
That was bad. What, is there... Hold on, is there actual, like, information on this, or... Oh, you used to be up here and deceased. Charles Hawkins is alive? Ish? Despite his crude, deformed appearance. This thing looked like Hawkins. He attacked Bradley after he recognized him. What could have happened to Charles on the night of the fire? Never seen Major Perfect in such a state. So it was alright. Officer Bradley's female friend works as general practitioner at the Riverside Institute. She'd figured out, long before I arrived, that Fuller was involved in illegal activities. She wants to shed full light on the nature of his experiments, and believes that helping me to solve the Hawkins case could advance her own investigations. Ooh, that texture did not finish loading in. I didn't fucking... Uh-oh. Oh, wait. I didn't realize that my boy was claustrophobic. That's alright. Like, I get it. I'm claustrophobic, but...
This lever must turn on the gas machine.
He is problematically so claustrophobic.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet. This valve controls the pressure.
Do I have to turn a whole bunch of valves now? Dr. Fuller, I repaired your machine as best I can. However, the piping's been damaged. I fear gas is escaping. Cannot do any more in such short time. All I can do is warn you, if the equipment's put under too much pressure, there's a risk of explosion. Oh. You mean like spawn of GSauce. Hopefully not for a while, Ferrum. I have no interest in procreating for quite some time. Maybe in like a decade. Like a 5-year minimum.
It's locked.
Of course it is. It should be. This is a mental asylum. You shouldn't be running around like you are. Last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stopcocks must be kept in storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register of use up to date. Is this storage room? No telling. Yeah, I mean, I know it happens, but... Well, not without me.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
It's a two-man job.
He'll find me. He can see me.
Let's calm down, please.
No, no.
Pain is just information, dear Francis. Invaluable information for my research.
Kill me. Kill me.
Oh, storage room.
What?
If you don't kill me, he will.
My poor friend, I fear your mind is lost forever.
Perfect.
This is some old school sneaking shit.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Again? Mental asylum. Under like any other circumstances, that's a bonus. Not that restraints actually like help in a mental asylum, that tend to hinder mental states and this, that, and the other, but like you do kind of want them to stay like where you want them to stay. Fuck, somewhere in here is some hidden bullshit. Can I just put on a lab coat? I don't like this. There's not enough time. Like, in between his fucking visits.
Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drugs.
The good shit.
I'll go take a look.
I think we got a walker. You there! This way!
Ah.
Just you wait.
Ah! No! Shit! Ah! That got intense. That scared me. I walked into the wrong room. For sure. Oh man, I don't have.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape. Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drugs.
They knew that they had a walker. Also learned an important lesson. They are faster than me.
have to hide before the guards see me.
Is somebody here?
Hell's teeth. Fuller's gonna think we did this. We gotta tell him, though.
Yep. I do. I have my character has a large problem with small spaces. Wow. Like a very big problem with him. That too is problematic.
It's locked.
No. No, he didn't. He made it. Was he not? He's streamed at least once or twice, I think. Right? I know he has kind of been backing off of streaming just a little bit.
Get me out!
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body.
1, 2, 3.
He roars and swells and has strength of oceans. Its waves rise and crash, leaving behind them only a trail of white, nourishing foam.
My calculations are always right. It's the day.
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
How's that been? Nothing. Go away. God, I wish my guy didn't just, like, die when he got into small spaces. I mean, it's a massive panic attack the second you have to get into a small space. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's already been pulled? Have I been into the archives yet?
Zoology, esotericism,
I have.
mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
Some people just gonna hate, man. Nothing you can do about it. There's still one more. That dude is loving it. Oh, it's a blind guy. Hey, blind guy.
Doctor, is that you?
Whatever you can't see, yes, I have medical credentials.
Now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me.
He's a real big hindrance, man. You gotta leave him behind.
Thinking about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes.
He's ambitious.
I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
Sarah's his dad.
You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
I don't know if we...
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
Man, that's a real good way to get punched in the face.
It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
Also,
what's going on this?
I'm sure they know.
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. So don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor.
Say it!
The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
Somebody say Cthulhu.
No!
Sanders.
Ooh, shit. My occult knowledge better go up after this. Oh no.
I gotta. Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
I believe he called it the Shambler. I am quite gassed up.
Damn!
Damn!
The gas! Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Bradley, will you save me? Pierce woke up in an asylum, installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape, wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigns supreme. Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use Hawkins' mansion as a hideout. Wait, so... was it... like, overload the machine with electricity or cause a gas leak? I thought it wanted me to do both. Well, 18 years of those things should also let you know, should also mean that you know not to pick a fight when not necessary. You're better than that, Pharaoh.
Who goes there?
I saw its cephalopodic eye!
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Okay, we're just straight up in this mansion now, huh?
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
It's not time to leave this area yet.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Like I'm horrifically lucid.
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Have a drink? It will affect my destiny, though. Did I get a tattoo?
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things...
Music skips aren't
I
great.
can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He's Soup's dead now.
Knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Like a piece of origami?
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
Wait, should I be...
You really think she's involved?
Just openly telling these people whatever?
Francis Sanders mentioned
Or
Mrs.
should I
Hawkins
be
just
lying
before
to
dying.
them?
It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't
People in this game have crazy hand movements where they're just like, oh, hello, how are you doing?
We don't know the bottom.
Would you like to see how I can move my hands too?
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
What does it mean that it will affect my destiny?
I'll do my best.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Oh man, I didn't.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
I didn't get a chance to talk to Bradley. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to the widow about the shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. That the unfortunate load time lasted longer than this paragraph.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders?
I met your blind husband and he died in front of me?
We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well.
Cat.
Look who's here.
Hello, Cat. Oh, your hair is the loveliest shade of red. I love you, Cat. I'm sold.
You know each other.
Well, now it's brown.
Briefly.
Is it just
Time
certain
enough
lights?
to iron out a
What
few
happened?
matters. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her.
What is
every
with the
time I'm
music
investigating
skips?
someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me. You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
Destiny
I spoke
hired
to
me,
Francis
man.
before he died.
Destiny.
His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Man, these music skips are not great.
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
I hope that we get to a new track soon.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
In the
Yesterday.
loony bin.
I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh.
That
Of course he spoke
harlot.
to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings.
Is that what the kids are
Please
calling it
forgive
these
my tone.
days?
The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
A Cthulhu monster did it. He died screaming right before my eyes.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course.
Wow,
Thank you for your
a lot
kind
of
words.
destiny being affected right
Nobody
now.
in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen?
Would it require mind
In a
flare?
reputed institute. And right before your eyes.
Shit
Did
crazy.
you not do anything to help him?
Hold to test eloquence.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater.
You're the
I'm
elder
investigating
Cthulhu?
the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired,
Yeah?
Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Lil Eldritch. Oh, that would be an adorable comic! Lil Eldritch. It's all just chibi Cthulhu monsters.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself.
I feel so inclined.
If you feel so inclined.
It is my
Yes,
only
please.
lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it,
Can I have
I
it?
would urge you to make the most
Can I
of your
touch
visit,
it?
because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Can I lick it? What's it taste like? I don't know, psychology's really been helping out. I did just have a test my eloquence moment, though. Yay! I don't even need half. 15% of all profits for all times. That's all I need. Can I hide your cabinetry? Always take the percentage, Ferrum. Okay, sorry, I won't play your piano anymore. I don't know, we can discuss details later. It moved. Lil Eldritch is adorable. I like the idea of like that sort of like Steven Universe style, like Steven Universe and Gumball, World of Gumball, like style of art, just Cthulhu monsters though. God, that's
Strange
adorable.
Amerindian pendant.
Amerindian, you say? I don't know what that is. The Whale and the Cod. And a brief history. The Whale and the Cod and/or A Brief History of Darkwater by Irwin Greenmouth. Heir to the Greenmouth fortune.
I could use one of those. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If your friendship has any meaning for you, if our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Okay, I will bear the burden of 50% control. And I'll be your idea man.
An old diary.
God, I think I found my Sarah Hawkins voice, though. This volume spends time on Reverend Wackwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend congregation habit since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision of messengers sent by God. He is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the Lurst tribe. Strength! Oh shit! The Malice Bestiarium Volume 2! I'm so insane! Also, I know things about Cthulhu monsters now. Pierce read an ancient treatise, the Malice Bestiarium. This bestiary makes an inventory of numerous creatures from the occult world. The very nature of its knowledge makes it an unholy book. By reading it, Pierce lost some of his sanity. I am not doing great. The ordeals you've gone through have left their mark, but you still manage as the best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts, painful memories. But sometimes paintings bleed for no
on my
reason.
toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I will learn how to dance
I've got
better
a lot
for
of
you,
bad
cat.
habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
We're not here to create problems for you.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go.
Why you gotta
But as long as you
be
keep
mean
out
to
of my
me?
way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
Just...
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
I guess. This MC Escher Cthulhu painting, Jesus.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Sweetheart, she said. I'm making headway. Why? Why do I have this option? That makes me nervous. Is that an occult dagger?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
He has the coolest stuff in here. Oh no, I won't let it win.
The public entrance to the gallery.
Public entrance to his
The man
house?
transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Yeah, and it's fucking dope as hell. Oh, thank God, I was getting so worried about oil. Whoa, look at that guy. lot of hmms.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Cause it's fucking awesome! Look at this glowing tablet! Fucking old god eggs! Look at it! Look at it! This Cthulhu lion? Jesus, this place is cool. Look at this giant head! Gotta stop yawning. This is the Shambler. Wait.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Far from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dagger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange, esoteric symbol, a recurring feature of the correspondence with Sarah. Hello, Grandma Trish. How are you doing? Oh god, the Shambler's gonna get me! Oh no, it's got shambly legs! This would be why the hiding cabinets are here. So much for my sanity after this. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
What the hell was that?
Shambler. It tends to shamble. Ah! Ah! Oh god, I hate it!
I can't even touch it.
Oh god! Ah! Ah! Wow, that's a hard game over screen. Oh fuck, this is stressful. Whew. I didn't know the game would go this way. I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Okay. Let's figure out how to shamble better. And skip.
What the hell was that?
Motherfucker! Ah, oh my god, I'm so fucked, I'm so fucked! God, I hate it. It's so scary. You know nothing! Ah, fuck, you got me. I don't know what to do. What the fuck do I do?
What the hell was that?
Because, like, when I look at it, it then knows where I am, if I'm not mistaken. Did it not come in here, or... Ah. So it totally knows where I am when I look at it for like a second. Or maybe not, I don't know. Cat, help me! Help me, Cat! Come stab the shambler! Oh, he's gonna get me.
What the hell was that?
Shambler might also just be louder than I realized and just scream a lot.
Down. Use this dagger.
Ah! Use the dagger! Use the dagger! Use the dagger! Oh, man. Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm getting tired of doing this over and over again. I'm just gonna see what to do with Shambler. Because, holy fuck. Nope, that's a different kind of shambler. I feel better just by reading the sentence. One of the most challenging sequences involves an encounter with the shambler. What a terrible screenshot. Okay. I think I have an idea of what to do. Oh no. Okay, let's enter the madness.
What the hell was that?
Also, not in clear instructions at all. What are the chances it won't see me? It saw me. God damn it. I have the right idea with the dagger, but I have to grab a specific dagger.
What was that?
I'm scared. Also, Also, I feel like exiting this closet now is a death trap. Staying in here is bad, but...
Down. This dagger looks different.
Yeah! We did it! No, he's gonna shamble me! I lost frames there for a second. This is a really good way not to get invited back to somebody's house, is to freak out in their art room and cut their art to pieces.
What's the matter with you?
I'm fucking crazy, yo! You wanna go on a date?
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I can't tell her that the painting was cursed.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass.
What do you know,
You
Kat?
were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
What is with the audio?
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult.
I hate the fucking
I have
audio break.
nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
God, this game just barely works sometimes. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Wait, his bookstore is named the Nameless Bookstore? Cool. Pierce decided to pay the library a visit. Time to enter madness! Pierce has the weirdest body type ever, where he has like a 45-inch chest. Like, just, or I don't know if that's right or not. He has like a crazy barrel chest. And then, like,
Where's the
itty-bitty waist. I don't know if 45-inch chest is a lot. I feel like it's a lot. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. The spooky truth.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
Freud?
It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
And it's all phooey. Darkwater history. A Puritan colony led by the Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and the handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. Okay, hold on. Cancel. Settings, sound. Stop fucking up. Nope, that's not an option. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking restart this game and see if that fixes the audio. Because that little break is bothering me. Cyanide Studios. From the people who brought you Sticks. And then like a surprising amount of sports games. I think specifically bicycling. It was like an odd sport game. Uh-oh. Yay! God, these load times. No, what did I do? So me and Brittany actually have plans this Saturday to go get tattoos. Not couple tattoos. Not a fan of couple tattoos, but just go get tattoos together. It would be her first tattoo.
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
Lest she chickens out.
It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this. An old diary.
Which is possible. The Breviary of Medicine. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all of the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. Oh, my medicine's almost up! Oh, gas-powered stick! Ooh! Never runs out of gas. Hey, my medicine. Yep.
What
Read
does
it.
this strange book contain?
Always
This
read the
book
books.
contains unholy knowledge.
Oh, this is about the Shamblers. I'm so sure that's a Shambler. This collection catalogs and classifies creatures that I have never heard of. Divinities from the stars. Creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myth, without giving details on the mythology to which it refers. Its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. God, what a good term. Fuck, I love phantasmagorical illustrations. It's my favorite kind.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement.
Sure.
Its followers place
I knew
truth
that.
on the same footing as a religion.
Fuck, let's go back through this bookstore. Oh, I didn't fix the audio. Well, I guess this is just a thing we deal with for presumably the rest of the game. Super fun.
What happened here?
I'm not sure, but I can tell you what will let me know. Detective Vision!
Let's start over. Where did they get blood? Seems like amateur work.
It's amateur hour, yo.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Probably.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
You telling me the burglar was drunk as fuck? Burglar like to party?
What happened that made the burglar flee before? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime? What killed all these animals?
Oh, shit. Oh no! The occult science made my detective vision glitch out.
Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Well, I feel like I know too much
Sarah
information.
Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Crazy. This is not the room I was in. I wanted to check out this room.
Things are not looking good.
Would you say that things are checkmate?
Kind
Yeah!
of chalice.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. Seems to have made of gold, decorative, real precious stones. Blah. Do rubies and sapphires make up specific motif? In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. Cetacean. I don't... Where's my phone? I don't want to keep mispronouncing a word.
Cetacean.
Cetaceans. Sure. Thanks, phone. Somebody needs to put H.P. Lovecraft's Thesaurus down. In 1840, well, that's a science word actually, but in 1847, but phantasmagorical illustrations came right from his thesaurus. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling. Now, I noticed they're not calling it a whale here. Did they kill a giant Cthulhu monster that was eating whales? And then have the townspeople eat said Cthulhu monster?
Things are not looking good.
And talk about how tasty and delicious it was? Because it seems like that's what happened.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Nostradamus? Collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse, written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leone and Theophilus Widebridge. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on the esotericism and supernatural. Wow, whoever worked on this game, their favorite word was esoteric.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends written by Albert Wilmarth, professor at Miskatonic University. I'm pretty sure that that's a reference to God damn it. The other fucking the one with Yog-Sothoth in it. Is that a real place though? Miskatonic University. The Dunwich Horror. Yeah, that's the school from the Dunwich Horror that the fucking Necronomicon is located at. Oh no! That's the school that has the Necronomicon!
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
The text claims that the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of... I keep forgetting the name. The Dunwich Horde. That's my favorite H.P. Lovecraft story. But I keep forgetting the name.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Yes, you have! We've been talking... Okay, whatever. The collection of texts on different beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher. Includes a translation of Emerald Tablet, a popular text.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A book of esoteric philosophy.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Collection of poems.
Arkham Editions.
A book of spells.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Key of, Relie file. This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It's the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. That is straight up a sigil from Bloodborne, too. Or a fucking glyph, whatever the fuck they're called in Bloodborne. That is straight up one of those. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from the last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trip to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. I dare you.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Fuck yeah! Ambient dreams for everybody! Arkham Edition. Never heard of it.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in the plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she's still of this world. Following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage. Professor Armitage is straight up the dude. I'm so sure he is, like, the dude in charge of the Necronomicon. Or it's I think it might not actually be the Necronomicon. It's a fucking Cthulhu summoning book at Miskatonic University. Professor Armitage is straight up, though, like, the professor in charge of, like, the occult stuff at that university. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that's far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that it represents and that you will act accordingly. I don't think I can match his genius. Something about some fucking cylinders. There's a cylinder. Well, here's 3 cylinders. Hold on, I have to look up if it is the Necronomicon or not. Da, 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 da. Wilbur matures. Local shun him. Sorcerer grandfather. Grow suspicious. Oh, okay, no, yeah, it's straight up the Necronomicon. He wants to go there to get a copy of the Necronomicon. Necronomicon Ex Mortis. The Book of the Dead. Oh, we might be here a while if I have to match somebody's genius.
A kind of chalice.
God, it's fucking is good. Oh, the Dunwich horror is so good. I need to read more H.P. Lovecraft stuff, but God, that one just stuck with me, and it was
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide.
so much so my
Perhaps
favorite.
listen to them.
Oh, found 2 cylinders.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this
Never heard of them. But you've been reading them and looking at them. No, never heard. Oh, okay.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Is that like the Grail?
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me.
Fuck.
Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The Queen has little protection.
Three maybe? I don't know.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
But
The Chalice of Knowledge.
do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Oh, god damn it. I need more than that.
The Queen has little protection.
I can assume that maybe the queen thing is the 3. But
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
But it's not this one, that's 3.
What did Drake say about this collection?
That's 1.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
2.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say
Christ.
about this collection?
It's this one. Also known as Nightmarish Lyrics, this collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18. The volume is part of a... Okay. Something's not right.
The chalice of knowledge.
May I drink from it?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our white...
The chalice of knowledge.
1, 2... Wait, hold on. Start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
White Queen from their dark soul.
Maybe 5, 3, 9?
See our numbers dwindling, and my will strengthens as my
I can
apprehension grows.
only hope.
We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Oh, thank God I was able to match his gene. It's the Necronomicon. We need to go give that to Professor Armitage, otherwise Wilbur Watley will get a hold of it. I'll put some hair on your eyeballs right there. Open up the Necronomicon like that. Straight back into the nut house. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglar. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. What I just 'cause I love it so much. I'm gonna share a really awesome like audio reading of the Dunwich Horror to the Discord so that everybody can listen to it the way I did and get the chills. Because it's so good.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
Help me, Captain!
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden.
I'm Dr. Colden right now.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
God, you got been tranking?
But there was enough for the whole island.
The fuck out of people.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
So you just drank the fuck out of everybody?
Any
Okay.
idea what this man might be undergoing?
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
10 minutes ago, he curled up into a foetal position. Oh, he's gone full foetal.
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other
a
questions?
gangman.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over.
It's almost as if
I
he's
didn't want
turning
him to
into
dry
an
out,
octopus.
and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told, after inhaling chemicals.
That'll do
I
for the
know
time
what
being.
that'll do.
Any idea what this man might be
That'll
undergoing?
do.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject.
He's dying.
Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord,
Not
this
necrosed
smell.
palpebral tissue.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
He's turning into a Cthulhu monster!
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia.
That's weird.
Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have
He
the
has
necessary
severely
knowledge
high blood
to
pressure
treat
on
this
his
man.
abdomen.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms.
Why is it gotta be
are
after
beyond my
Dr.
comprehension.
Fuller? Is it
What
because
did
I'm a
you
lady?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me.
Get this man in the water.
When we bathed him earlier.
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
He's got baby
Look
skull
at these
syndrome.
sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
In spite of the
No.
muscle
God
contractions.
damn it.
Yes.
And yet, what about his...
It's soft.
Look at the...
I'm sure.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Oh god,
Whatever
he's got a
it is,
Cthulhu baby.
This man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What
However,
do you mean?
I got
Don't tell
my
me you believe in
doctorate
extraterrestrials.
No. This
in
poor
marine
man
biology.
is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing
This poor man is a
unnatural
squid.
mutations.
He's
And this
Octodad.
transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
Get out of here, Dr. Hugo
What I'm
Strange.
doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
You have a ridiculous collar.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
God, I hate this doctor.
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
They're more squid than human, Doctor.
An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
It's awfully on the nose.
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me,
What sort
Marie,
of, like, evil scheme to turn everybody into Cthulhu monsters do you have?
In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Punch him in the face.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do
Scandalous?
anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those?
Shit.
In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
I want to see him turn into a squid. Oh, I can't do Pierce. The Dimensional Shambler, Malus Bestiarium, Dagger of the Ancients, Painting of the Shambler. Drawing of a dagger. Key of Rillier. I can't check out Pierce. Shouldn't be a problem for me to just like walk around.
This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
She's a witch! Bathroom Min.
It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor. Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well, Elizabeth.
Thank God, no. The water's running.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
And as a capable female doctor, I always understand correctly. Can you crawl through holes and not freak out? Nope.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing.
Oh, you naughty girl.
Herself be trodden on. Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while. And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, is Pierce, like, astral projecting fucking viewing this? Will Pierce get this medical knowledge? Is my big question.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. I have little time for you, Doctor.
Hey.
You'll find out that it's not only the
Don't be
doctors
such
who
a
have things
cunt to Elizabeth.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Where the fuck I want, Miss Donovan?
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
God, you're the worst! Oh, man.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
I have to get Elizabeth.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
I have to get Elizabeth's shit on.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
File strangely incomplete. The detail of the treatment's not given. Interesting.
The boiler room key is not in its place. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden. Do you want something?
What are you doing here?
Ethan.
Marie,
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan.
What?
Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
What is happening?
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep
About
me awake
dying.
every night.
I died.
It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
100%.
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
I'm still confused
Where
about
did my
him.
fiancé go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work. Where did my fiancé go?
Who's your
I
fiancé?
hope those nutcases
I don't
will
get why
stop
they have us
burdening her
waiting
with
so
work.
long.
Almost no patience.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever.
There's no medication. Leave.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
Oh, goodness.
He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
He's got rabies?
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in.
I don't know.
Now
I don't
you
know.
can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
I don't know what dysgeusia is.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble. The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
File describes the state in which Irene Sanders entered the Riverside Institute as well as treatment administered to her. Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommended take her down to the psychiatric wing. No!
Mrs. Sanders?
Irene's down!
Doctor, please. My chest.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
I don't know what that means.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please.
Too many things
His
are
potassium
happening.
level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you.
Man!
He's in your hands.
Dr. Colden is fucking running around like House, saving
Hay
people.
fever. What's he doing here?
Dr. Colden knows some shit.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
You don't have to tell him that I stopped by. Oh, but I will. Fuck off. Oh no, I don't have the strength.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Well, what do these metal things do? What? Shit. Oh, big strong men's. Do any of you know where I can find a crowbar or something? Broom handle.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
I got a monkey wrench. Monkey wrench. Fuck yeah.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth.
Yeah, we
but I need
really
the diversion.
fucked over Elizabeth.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
You still hold your tongue? Fucking lay into her. Show her who's boss.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
What now?
It's off.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
They must be.
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course.
The study of the Stendhal syndrome.
This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis
rare
Sanders.
mental illness. Subject displays mental disorders linked to exposure to works of art. Huh.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something.
The Edison gold molded record. The cylinder was hidden inside Fuller's office. He records his thoughts.
Patient files. I was right.
So weird.
Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying.
The mythos.
Why is Ethan on medication? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Huh.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later.
That harbor master doesn't fuck around with his town.
I am prepared.
Harbor Master show you who's boss.
This finger belonged to a woman.
Why do you have
Why
a
keep it
finger in
here?
a jar? That is very suspicious.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It's fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings.
Except for the shoe?
They must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Oh, he's gonna walk in on me.
I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
To the basement! Which is gonna be this way? Nope. Were there multiple tools that I could have found?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
It's weird that you're saying that like you are just discovering it. I mean, I guess I, as the player, am just discovering it, but... It's weird that you were surprised by that.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Why? It shouldn't be accessible during, not after. There's bathroom men. Administration. Boiler. Admittance. Or pharmacy. Block A. Found it. Look at this crazy evil stairs. These are the most evil stairs I've ever seen. Look at the big evil that happened down here.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know.
Scared the shit out of me.
I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to
No!
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly.
Algernon!
Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
Of course I read it.
Foolish of you.
It was a book.
Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden.
God, Algernon
She was at the
became
Riverside Institute.
much more reasonable.
She's in danger.
Very quickly.
I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Yes.
All right. I might need you after all.
Teach me your ways,
Perfect.
Algernon.
Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Oh, shit. Driving around in this jalopy. The book projected Pierce into the body of Dr. Colden. The detective watched, helpless, as Bradley's friends carried out her inquiry. Confronted with the experiments of Fuller, she got into his office, discovered the director of Riverside Institute was hiding information on, if not the body of, Sarah Hawkins. She was discovered by Fuller. Pierce must save her before it's too late. And I think we're gonna call it here for tonight. Let's see this cutscene first. And we'll save the good doctor next time. I'm gonna see.
I pray that Colden is really here.
I'm gonna see
and
how long this game is, and decide if we're gonna just play straight through it or throw it into the rotation. Which right now we would have 4 games going. We gotta beat some of them. Let's see. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Anyway, gonna call it here for tonight. It's been great having you guys. This game is... It's a good game. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been a very interesting story. We might just play straight through it just cause. I need more Cthulhu in my life. I was kind of iffy on it after the first session where I was like, I don't know. And it just goddamn picked up immediately. Got real good, real fast. I'm excited to keep going in it. Also, like I said, it's things have been crazy, and so has the streaming schedule because of it. But thank you guys for putting up with that and continuing to hang out and all that. Everything should level out and sort of hit an equilibrium sometime soon, hopefully. Even if they don't, we'll power through it and we'll just keep streaming and having fun like always. But yeah, as always, it has been great having you guys. This has been a lot of fun, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Goodbye.